Today we're looking at 50 facts about the separatist battle droid army. We'll cover the basic B1 battle droids, some of their vehicles, and even special units like the BX Commando Droids and the lesser known B3 Ultra Battle Droids. Enjoy! Battle droids were used extensively by the separatists in the Clone Wars against the Republic. But even before the Clone Wars, battle droids of various models were not a rare sight in the galaxy. Many security companies, as well as other corporations and groups, used battle droids as simple guards or escorts. Battle droids didn't tire and usually had better sensors than the eyes of organic beings. And even if many battle droid models weren't exactly smart, they could still protect important cargo or detect a break-in at a critical facility. The battle droids that the separatists used most often were the B1 series. But there were also battle droids from the OOM series that looked very similar to the battle droids from the B1 series. These B1 and OOM models were 1 meters and 93 centimeters tall. At least in canon. In Legends, the droids from the OOM series were 2 centimeters shorter at 191. After the ineffectiveness of the battle droids in the Battle of Naboo, investments were made in an improved version of these droids, resulting in the B2 Super Battle Droids. These were also 1 meters 93 centimeters tall. The weapons of the B2 Super Battle Droids were built into their forearms. However, in the early stages of development for Episode 2, the Super Battle Droids were actually supposed to carry the E5 blasters of the B1 droids in both hands. In Legends, these B2 Super Battle Droids were also further developed. Then there were also the B3 Ultra Battle Droids. The Ultra Battle Droids were built specifically for combat against Jedi, and were armed with 2 blaster cannons, a flamethrower, a plasma cannon, and a missile launcher. The long heads of the B1 battle droids, along with their long necks, are said to be modeled after their Geonosian builders. Speaking of builders, the company behind the B1, B2 and B3 battle droids was Bactoid Armor Workshop and Bactoid Combat Automata respectively. Bactoid Armor Workshop, a subsidiary of the Trade Federation, built the battle droids before the Battle of Naboo. When the company fell into disrepute after the battle, the Trade Federation dissolved the company only to secretly move its subsidiaries, the Bactoid Combat Automatons and Bactoid Fleet Ordnance, to other locations and continue producing battle droids from there. A single B1 battle droid weighed 65 kilograms. The BX Commando Droids were also part of the B series of battle droids. These commando droids were only 1 meters 91 centimeters tall, 2 centimeters shorter than the B1 version and the same size as the OOM series in Legends. The B1 series of battle droids could also have other specializations. For example, there were B1 battle droids designed to extinguish fires, but there were also some equipped with jetpacks. Canon sources state that at least 1,344 B1 battle droids fought against the Gungans in the Battle of Naboo. By the Battle of Geonosis, the number of B1 battle droids was already at 1 million. There was another variant of battle droid designed to fight Jedi, the CB3 Cortosis Super Battle Droid. Their armor was coated with a Cortosis alloy, making it almost impossible for lightsabers to penetrate their armor. After the Clone Wars, the Empire imposed very strict regulations that virtually banned battle droids from the galaxy. Of course, the Separatists not only had 2-legged battle droids, roughly the size of humans, but also much larger ones that were more like vehicles, such as the Spider and Dwarf Spider droids or the Octoptara droids. While the B1 battle droids in the films ultimately reached 1 meters 93 tall, they were actually intended to be almost giants in pre-production. They should have been around 3.5 to 4 meters tall. The B3 Ultra Battle Droids, on the other hand, were actually 4 meters tall. While the Clone Wars officially ended 19 years before the Battle of Yavin, some splinter groups of the separatists continued to use their battle droids for years, some for a decade, to fight against the Empire. In addition to the more well-known battle droids already described, the separatists also had droidicas, also known as destroyer droids. These droidicas were only 1 meter 83 centimeters tall when standing. However, they weighed 75 kilograms. There were 3 variants of the main droidicas we see in the films: the P series from Episode 1, the W series from Episode 2, which, thanks to its heavy armament, did not use its shields, and the Q series droidica from Episode 3. There was one B1 Battle Droid that survived into the First Order era, Mr. Bones. However, this one was heavily modified by the later Resistance pilot Tammin Wexley, making it more powerful than other B1 battle droids. B1 droids carried comlink booster packs on their backs. The numbers on these booster packs made individual models easy to identify. After the Geonosian Queen Karina was sterilized, she built modified B1 droids as her own surrogate children. There was also a close combat variant of the B1 battle droid. The Grapple droid was armed with 2 claws that could be very deadly to nearby enemies. And there was also a close combat variant of the B2 Super Battle Droids. These close combat Super Battle Droids could be dangerous even to Jedi in confined spaces. And you may not believe it, but there was also a close combat variant of the Droidica. This one was armed with mechanical claws that could easily penetrate the skin of its enemies. The smallest unit in which battle droids were used by the Separatists was the Squad, consisting of 8 battle droids. The largest unit was an army consisting of, among others, 218,000 battle droids. The leader of all of the Separatist droid armies was the Kaleesh cyborg Grievous. There were also several other specializations of the droidicas, for example the Ultra Droidica, which was used towards the end of the Clone Wars, and the Droidica Mark II, which was not used until the Galactic Civil War. Of course, the Separatists also had battle droid starfighters, such as the Vulture droids or the Hyena-class bombers. The sounds of the Droidica's blasters are modeled on the AT-AT shots from Episode 5. While the B1 series battle droids were rather clumsy, the BX series droids were so adaptable that they could wear clone armor and pass as clones. The droid General Grievous commanded the much more effective IG-100 Magna Guards. These were acquired specifically for Grievous because he wanted more competent battle droids than those the Separatists had to offer. Battle droids were often brought to the battlefield with large MTTs. These could carry a total of 112 B1 battle droids or 12 B2 Super Battle Droids. Some battle droids in the OOM series had color markings. These markings indicated the specializations of each model. Commanders had yellow markings, pilots blue, and security droids red. The B1 battle droids or OOM droids often used GAP tanks. 4 battle droids were needed to control them: a commander, a pilot, and 2 gunners. While droidicas could wrap shields around their entire bodies, the BX Commando Droids could be equipped with handheld shields. The predecessor of the B1 battle droids were the E4 Baron droids. These 2.40 m tall droids were intended as pure security droids. Therefore, they had blasters built directly into both arms. Before the Battle of Naboo, of course no one would have been able to assemble such a large army. That's why the Trade Federation always referred to its deliveries of B1 battle droids as cargoes full of binary load lifters when inspected by officials. Binary load lifters were usually rudimentary bipedal droids intended only for transporting and loading cargo. A Lucrehulk-class freighter converted into a droid control ship could normally carry 139,000 B1 battle droids. CC-9799 class transports, on the other hand, could carry 361 B1 battle droids. There were even mounted B2 Super Battle Droids. These could ride on animals like auras and fight from them. The Droideca's shields were powered by a generator that was also used in starships. This generator was located between the Droideca's 3 legs. If you enjoyed the video, it would mean a lot to me if you'd consider subscribing. And if you want to learn more about the clones of the Grand Army of the Republic, watch this video here.